So today I go to Arizona without leaving the comfort of my own home. So I won't get stuck with a cactus and it won't be 110 degrees. But I might be able to buy some cool records that I can't really find in my part of the country.
Hey, this is Chris with Rekkid Talk, so I'm going to show you another online auction haul. So stuff that was in an auction from Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, Phoenix area. I ended up bidding on a couple of their 45 lots. The one that I actually thought was the most interesting, I got outbid on. It had like Kip Tyler from like my Psychobilly comp, which I'm going to go pull. Yeah, so this record called The Roots of Psychobilly. So it's like some early garage and rockabilly songs that like influence the later people. Got like the Trashmen and the Sonics. So She's My Witch by Kip Tyler. I think was also some sort of like B-level actor. Bumble Rock, the sixth song on the second side. They had a single of his. It wasn't those songs, but it was something that was pretty cool. There was also a local Arizona garage band. They were like the Lamplighters, if I remember the name right. That was part of that lot, but I didn't win that lot.
So I learned from my Chessman video that you don't actually need to buy the record to be able to do a faux needle drop in your video. So I'm going to go ahead and do a faux needle drop for this song Road to Ran by the Bittersweets, and it features an oboe solo, not by Poetry on Plastic, but by somebody else.
But I did win a lot that had some halfway interesting stuff in it as well. Let me pick up. Box here, and so you can see basically this is the interesting part, this is the not so interesting part. A lot of them came in these sleeves that you couldn't see in the photos on the auction site. Unfortunately, a lot, even though there's a lot of like old school sleeves, you can see a lot of them are falling apart. So you got like this Decca sleeve that's falling apart that's got this boring record by Don Cornell in it. So let's look at the better records. So I'm pulling out what I thought were the better records to show you. And so, okay, actually this is not a better record. This is a Square Dance record. So we're just showing that because, of course, as Max Stevens said, this is the bane of our existence. And we've got Tammy Masters promotion series. I don't know a whole lot about that one. But right here, I've got what I think is my favorite record of this, which is Joyce Harris. So Joyce Harris was a woman who was around musically late 50s, early 60s. She started off in a group called Judy and Joyce, which was like sort of like teenage girls doing rock. And then her sister went off and got married. She went solo. No Way Out was probably her biggest song. She has like a really rare Northern Soul song as well. This is not it. This is like probably like a $25 record. You can see it's not in great shape. The label's coming off. Released by Infinity Records. But it is a really cool song, and I listened to some of her other songs on streaming, including that Northern Soul. And I'd love to find more Joyce Harris. So that's probably the best. Of course, I'm always happy to find some James Brown. This is James Brown on Smash. So this is James Brown and his organ. James Brown at the organ. So it's not like the King stuff. Here's, we got a couple surf songs. Vesuvius by the Rebels. And was this the other? Oh yeah. Yeah, this one had some pretty cool song titles. I was kind of hoping it was going to be worth more than it was. You've got The Gamblers with Moondog on one side on World Pacific Records and LSD 25 on the other side. It's from like 1960. I don't even know if they knew about LSD yet. And somebody named Buck Ram with Twilight in Tokyo. I Sold My Soul to the Junkman by the Bluebells on Newtown Records, who I heard they got sued because it was actually another group that they slapped their name on. That's like girl group sort of stuff. We got the Craftsman here on Warwick. So that's like your early 60s sort of rock and roll. They got Goofus on the other side. I don't know if that's like Goofus and Gallant or not. A lot of these I'm actually kind of skip. Here's sort of a country one on Caravan Records. Tommy Duncan and Shorty Rogers, Smokey Rogers and his band, I Want My Gal. It's like mid-50s sort of western swingy sort of music. Say It Now, Bobby Skell, that was short for Skelton on Soft Records. If I remember right, that's like a soul record. Little Woo Woo. Dumb name, but some R&B on Port Records. Then a couple of like late 60s stuff. We've got the Bubble Puppy with Hot Smoke and Sassafras. And we've got, this one's actually in pretty good shape, Soul Experience by Iron Butterfly. And then here's one of those early RCA, Victor, Green Means It's Country. This is Bill Boyd and the Cowboy Ramblers up on the ridge top. And then Jingle Bells on the other side. So you get some Western and you get some Christmas along the way. Yeah, you should get some Western swing records out of Arizona. This, and that's from like 1949, so that's like one of my oldest records. Here's a 45 from 1949. It even says copyright 1949. Lincoln Records, who did children's records, had the most beautiful children's records in the world. And look at the title, Ride a Cockhorse. It was a different world back then. If you saw a song titled that now, you would probably suspect that it wouldn't be a children's record. This record looked cool. This is like R&B Eddie Boyd on Art Tone Records. And we've got some unsleeved stuff here. And again, everything's in the wrong sleeve, and the sleeves are in pretty bad shape. And I don't think these were stored all that well. Prince Adams records, you've got Roosevelt Fountain, Red Pepper 1, Red Pepper 2. And it's sort of like Booker T and the MGZ sort of stuff there. This was the other one that I was excited about from the picture. It needs a cleaning pretty badly. I haven't cleaned it yet. So you've got I'm Hypnotized by Richie Hart and the Great Dwayne on the other side. And so this is sort of rockabilly-ish sort of stuff from late 50s, early 60s. I'm doing this off of memory. I don't have my notes in front of me on Felstead Records. So this guy was originally from Kentucky, but had moved to Arizona. And now the record has come back. It's actually true about Joyce Harris as well. She was born in Vet City, moved to New Orleans. A Who single, I'm a Boy, and although mine's not in very good shape, it's actually a little bit more valuable than I expected for a Who record, like at like 10, 12 bucks. And we'll skip through some stuff. Same thing was sort of true, a little bit more valuable than you might think, although a lot of these records are, you can see, I haven't cleaned any of them yet. I wonder how a lot of these are going to play. Fool's Hall of Fame by Johnny Paycheck. Little Darlin' Records. I think that would have been Take This Job and Shove It. A little bit of Latino Mexican music. So Keith Colley with Enamorada, which is listed as Latin pop. And then a couple of ranchera records. This annoying woman used masking tape, put her name on it. So Colonial Records from LA, you got Raquel y Rosa. So a couple songs there. And then the other one that I couldn't even find on Discogs, same Colonial label, but look, it's missing a chunk. And then we've got this Gene McGregor on one side, Penny Stewart on the other side. On the Monty Greggy label, Counterfeit Kisses, which is like an Ernest Tubbs song, and Dusk, and this was another one that there was very little info about online. And then let's just reach in and grab one of the random records I said was uninteresting. Oh, so you can see we've got on the Parrot label, we got Tom Jones with Tupelo, Mississippi Flash, so you can throw your underwear on stage because it's Tom Jones.